Hi there, this is Lisa Guerra, Miss Lisa, here from Salty Cracker Counseling and Consultation Services to give you another little psychoeducational tidbit that is going to help you improve your life or the life of someone that you care about. So today's subject is going to be the subject of denial and enabling. Okay, let's start with denial. We've talked before about the relationship between things that happen to us in the world and the way we perceive those things, and then the way we perceive those things influences the way we feel, and the way we feel influences our decisions, our behaviors, and then the behaviors influence our consequences. Okay? Denial is our thought processes about our consequences and their relationship to our own behaviors. Okay? And in denial, that is where we have some kind of an internal language that says that our behavior is not responsible for the consequences that we're getting. Okay, and that may or may not be true, but if it's a repeated pattern and it's happening over and over and over in your life, okay, if you, for example, have a habit of, eating a lot of food, for example, and then you're saying, oh, it's my metabolism that's slow, that's a good example of a denial language, okay, and then you're not taking any active role in doing something about it. And the thing about that is that sometimes the consequences of our behaviors can become quite severe. I don't know if you remember a previous video where I mentioned that it can influence family or friends, it can influence our health, it can influence work or school, it can influence money, financially, our lives, it can influence our legal lives, or the way we feel about who we are and our role in this world, okay, and our self-esteem. So if we have a denial language that's contributing to us repeating the same kinds of negative behaviors over and over and over again, and we're absolving ourselves, and we're likely to keep on repeating those negative behaviors again and again and again in our lives, which is really sad. Okay, so I hope that this little cognitive tidbit will help you look at what you're thinking between your ears and help you unravel that and look in the mirror a little bit. Okay, now let's move on to enabling. Enabling is when someone else is telling you that your consequences are not related to your behavioral decisions. Okay, and this happens a lot, and it can be very, very dangerous, especially with kids, because kids learn, I don't have to follow those rules because it's not me, it's the teacher. The teacher's out to get me. The principal's no good. Oh, the reason why I'm getting suspended over and over is because this teacher doesn't know how to handle me. And a lot of times parents will inadvertently protect their children, and they will say things like this to their kids, and the kids internalize that they can pick and choose which rules that they can follow because they don't have to, because there's always a reason if they make a mistake. Okay, and mom and dad sometimes give that reason, or somebody else sometimes gives them that reason. I call that, you just put a pillow under their butt and you're protecting them from the consequences. Okay, I'm going to go absolve them of this and tell them that, make the consequences less painful for them, and then they can just keep doing it because they think, oh, it's okay, someone else is going to have my back, someone else is going to protect me from the pain of experiencing those consequences, and that's called enabling. Okay, and it's another thing that just sustains devastating behaviors to people's lives. Okay, so if you really would like to have some help with any of these kinds of issues, I am available at saltycrackercounseling.com. I have a contact page on my blog, on my website, and I also have saltycrackercounseling@gmail.com. I have some very affordable rates if you would like to have some counseling, personal, or you just can use these free videos and try to piece it together yourself, okay, because that's what they're for. I think that there are way more people in this world that need help, that would maybe can seek help or get help for whatever reason, and I want to help them overcome those barriers. And so I am therefore making a whole bunch of videos that are going to have all kinds of topics that are things that I have encountered in my career as a counselor that I think that I've taught repetitively, and I think that lots of people could really benefit from learning and may be able to unravel their own knots if possible. Okay, or if you're seeing another counselor, it may really help you in those sessions as well. All right, the local number is 352-433-4956. I do try to incorporate some beautiful Florida settings into my practice. I believe we belong outdoors and conversations are portable. I will drive around to meet people face to face, or I can also do online counseling, telephone consultations, emails. It should all hopefully fit into an affordable price, because I'm just becoming a salty cracker. I just got to do my own thing, follow my heart. I just can't get along with managed care. It just doesn't feel good. Okay, so please forgive me. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all in the gray. Let's help each other out. It takes a village. Share this video if you think it can help somebody out. Please don't do it by pointing fingers. Please share it, because if they don't need it, if you don't need it, somebody you know probably does, and it could hopefully help spur them into changing their lives for the better. Because learning to be happy and functional is a skill. Okay, it's not a circumstantial thing all the time. Okay, we don't need to win the $1 million to be happy. First, we can learn to be happy, and we can learn to be happy no matter what goes on in the environment. That sometimes is beyond our control. Okay, and sometimes we need to manipulate our environment if we can, and that'll be another video. But for now, let's work with what we got. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you spending your time with me today.